All right, are we good? Are we live? Just want to make sure that everything is good to go before we get started. Might check. We are good on volume. Let me get rid of the background so you guys can actually see my face. I'm trying something a little bit different today. Um, I did it during my little I wouldn't call it an official podcast, but I'm doing it so that you guys can see the comments that are made during this stream right here. Like right there, we got Karma. Hey, you finally made it. Good going on you, Karma. But I'm trying this thing out. I'm gonna see how it does in the long run. You guys let me know if you would like for this to be a thing that is permanent, such as, being able to see yourselves here. I'm redirecting myself in the wrong direction. Like in comments here, the comments that are said during the stream can be seen during this, because sometimes whenever I do playbacks, I'm talking, but people don't know what's being actually said throughout the entire video sometimes. So I just wanted to try this out today and see how it does, because I tried this when I was talking about WandaVision on, I believe it was either Friday or on Saturday. I forget which day, but this is something that I kind of want to try out, because I've always wondered how people do that, but now I know how people do that. So now let's go ahead and see how it goes from here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with chapter 1003. Let me go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. My voice is reverberating because my door is open. Let me fix that. Alright, we're good now. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here to bring you yet another reaction and review of the next chapter of One Piece. You guys know the rules. Just let me read through the chapters. If you read ahead of me, or if you already read it, don't make any mentions or even tell me, oh, we're going on break or anything like that. I want to find out on my own. And looking here, we're not going on break. So let's go ahead and get this started. Hey, CJ and Cohagen. Let's go and get started with chapter 1003, because boy, was there a battle being had in the last chapter. Here, chapter 1003, Night on the Board. Reader requests, Reiju receiving the affections of a scorpion with a cactus flower by Noda Skywalker. So, this is a bit of a funny thing, because I feel like Reiju's the only one who could have this happen to her due to her inability to be poisoned. I mean, she's literally poison pink. She loves the taste of poison. Like, if her kissing Luffy, well, absorbing the poison from Luffy with the big suck wasn't any indication. Poison really doesn't affect her. So that's a big thing from her. So moving on from here, the thing that ended the last chapter was Luffy using Kong Gatling on Kaido, because Big Mom pretty much started knocking people out of the sky using Zeus and Indra, just literally, and then along came Zeus, and just zapping everyone, just zapping everybody. But Luffy, being made of rubber, he's immune, surprising Big Mom, and then started to use Gear Forth and the Kong variation against Kong variation of Gatling, and just started beating Kaido down. And this chapter begins. You have screen chat, yeah. I just learned how to do that, but now that I know how to do that, this might be something I do from now on. So here we have Kaido being punched repeatedly by Luffy, and seeing as how he's using Ryuo, each blow is causing Kaido to get. They literally took a page. They literally took a page from JoJo. Not 7 pages worth of Gatling, but all these panels that are happening in chapters 1 and 2 are pretty much Kaido being beaten down by Luffy. I'm not looking at chat right now because I don't want to, just in case someone's trying to spoil me or anything. It just shows Kaido being beaten down by Luffy and his Kong Gatling. And everyone has gotten up. Kid is okay, Law is okay, and Zoro all seem to be okay, and they're standing up and they're just looking at Luffy in the air with Kaido, just pummeling him with blows. And it shows Luffy, and he's breathing real hard, but he's punching him. And Big Mom is looking like, I can't believe this kid is actually hurting Kaido, because she has this surprised look on her face. And then he brings back one full punch and just decks Kaido with enough force to send his head flying into the ground. And the explosion and the force of the blow is more than enough to crater and cause a pretty much an outside explosion to happen with Kaido. You can see the impact explosion, the impact shockwave, and the sound of it from way out there from Onigashima in this one panel. And Kid is all like, holy crap, this dude is strong. And then Big Mom is looking at Kaido, and Kaido's not moving. Kaido is laying down, still in dragon form, still laying down. And Big Mom is all like, Kaido! And then this is actually the first time we see Luffy actually, come out of Gear 4th and his body just hits the ground from exhaustion. This is the first time we actually see this, because beforehand, when he, Law, and Kid used their powers on one of the Beast Pirate ships, he didn't suffer any drawbacks. But now we're actually seeing him suffer drawbacks from using Gear 4th, so maybe he used too much haki this time. But Zoro sees him fall out of the air, Law sees him fall out of the air, and Kid's all like, Straw Hat, when did he get you? And then Law knows what's going on, saying, no, it's a side effect of that cannonball-like technique. He won't be able to use haki for about 10 minutes. So, Luffy has pretty much put himself in the same situation he did when he first used Gear 4th against Doflamingo back in Dressrosa. Luffy's pretty much down and out for the next 10 minutes without being able to use haki, and that includes Ryuo. So, now it's just up to Law, Kid, Killer, and Zoro now. But Kid says, so that strength comes at a cost. Still, if all those punches did full damage. And then we have Big Mom here. Mama! What? At your limit already? That was quite a demonstration you put on. Happy Mother's Blaze! And, with Prometheus coating Napoleon and fire, she attempts to, come down on Luffy and try to hit him, but Zoro grabs Luffy and manages to narrowly avoid it. Come on, Killer, let's keep up the pressure on Kaido. And then, hand Straw Hat over. You got it. And then Big Mom is standing right there, but then Law is directly in front of her. Counter Shock! And counter shocks Big Mom. Then we see Kaido actually get up. In that same panel, Kid is aiming for him, I guess. And Kaido is looking, and he's all like, ugh. Then Kaido starts to circle around in the air. What's that? And this is Kid saying, what's that? And it's just nothing but, wow. Dragon Twister. Kaido was spinning around in the air, causing tornadoes to come down. Okay, so here's one thing. A lot of these abilities that we're seeing Kaido do, a lot of these things that we're seeing Kaido do were shown to be moves that you could do with Kaido in Pirate Warriors 4. A lot of these moves that we're seeing Kaido do like this is in the game that came out last year in March. But now it's being shown. Crazy how Luffy put his all into his attack and Kaido is still fine. And he gets up and he starts bringing down more attacks. He makes tornadoes appear. He's like, wow, that kind of hurt. My turn. And then he brings tornadoes down everywhere. And it starts sweeping up everyone. It's sweeping up Kid. It's sweeping up Killer. And then Zoro says, are you kidding me? But Luffy has enough energy to speak, but he says, oh, thanks, Zoro. It still says Zolo here, but I'm just so used to saying Zoro. I can't say Zolo. I know only Zolo from One Piece, the 4Kids dub. I can't call him Zolo. I can only call him Zoro. Are you kidding me? This guy's just a natural disaster. And then both Zoro and Luffy get swept up in the tornado as well, and Luffy gets pulled away from Zoro. Oh no! Luffy! And Kaido catches him. Kaido catches Luffy in his mouth. Like, we see Luffy flying towards Kaido. Kaido opens his mouth and chomp. The heck? Not so fast. Don't you dare go eating our captain. 3-sword style. And then it shows him using Enma. We do not know this man called Zolo. I do not know this man either. It shows him use his swords, and it shows him using Enma. And then Kaido notices because he sees the energy coming off of Enma. Huh? Is that katana the source of that strange haki? And then Zoro actually lands a hit on Kaido because there's actually a slash across his midsection where we see a cut go through as Zoro uses Black Rope Dragon Twister, Kokuto Ototsumake, and just cuts up Kaido in this tornado of slashes. And then Killer says, he cut the scales. And Luffy is thrown out of Kaido's mouth. That brat, he actually cut Kaido. Let it be known. Zoro, out of all the people in the worst generation, has finally drawn blood in a cut. Now, mind you, Luffy was the first one to draw blood with a punch. But now, Zoro is the one to actually cut into Kaido and draw blood from him, from the members of the worst generation. That brat, he actually cut Kaido. That hurts. I see. That must be Odin's sword. You dare challenge me to a dragon twister? Going into the next page. Dragon Twister Demolisher Breath! And what the heck? What is he doing? He's sending air slashes everywhere now. Those air slashes, he's using his air slashes in combination with his Dragon Twister. So not only is he sending tornadoes everywhere, but in combination with that, he's sending invisible slashes in all directions. So it's literally a tornado of slashes, as it's shown trying to hit Kid, slicing one of his golem arms off. Law is dodging it using, his room. Zoro is dodging those slashes while also holding Luffy at the same time. Killer is dodging those slashes by literally deflecting them, and it's showing rocks being torn apart. Then it's showing the inside of Onigashima. Who's saying this? The battle up above is so fierce, the rubble just keeps raining down. Good grief. Oh, yo! We got a panel with the head of Orochi. This is the first time we're seeing Orochi after Kaido cut his head off. This is the first time we're seeing this is Orochi's head just sitting here. And who's this speaking? Who's this who has gloves on? Is this Hawkins? Good grief. First, our business partner dies, then the party we were invited to turns into a battlefield. I don't know who's speaking. I can't tell if this is Hawkins or not. Who is this speaking? No! It's CP0! Yo! CP0's in there! CP0's in Onigashima right now! Head is there, but where's his body? Good question. But it's CP0. Ooh! 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 Out my chair. That counts, even though I didn't go through my whole room. But CP0 is just chilling in Onigashima right now. So does this mean this is Rob Lucci? Is this Rob Lucci? No, it's not. It's not Rob Lucci because he doesn't have the hat and he doesn't have the body structure, but it is someone else though. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to it. This is not Hawkins, so I gotta give him another voice. Good grief. First our business partner dies, then the party we were invited to turns into a battlefield. It would seem this is a battle for revenge 20 years in the making, but with Doflamingo out of the picture, Kaido and the worst generation were bound to clash at some point. Now here's the thing, they're in a room chilling, and the people and some other people, like some courtesans and some other women, they're just hiding behind the doors.
So it would seem that destiny ordained that samurai and the pirates would join hands like this. At a moment when the state of the world hangs in the balance, at a moment where the state of the world hangs in the balance, then the other member of CP0 says, "If by some chance two of the four emperors should fall, there would be no telling what might happen in the world next. But this is an unnecessary concern." And they're just chilling. The world's most powerful intelligence agency, Cypherpol, Aegis Zero. And then we have someone else here, I guess someone who works with Bao Huang. "Enemy infiltrators number 5,400, but 400 of them are already down. Meanwhile, on our side, the number is over 30,000, though we have lost 3,000. The samurai had a good start. The difference in numbers is so great that an unorthodox attack would get them nowhere near the leadership. Their sneak attack worked brilliantly. But just taking the leader's head will not spell the end of this battle. We are on an island. There is no escape. It is an all-out battle." And here, I guess they're playing shogi, or what is this? I can't tell what this game is. It doesn't look like shogi, but I don't know if it is shogi or not. Please forgive me. But white pieces are the 5,000, which are the samurai, and it shows these white pieces are surrounded by black pieces, which correspond to the Beast Pirates. And their numbers are in 27,000 right now. "We are on an island. There is no escape. It is an all-out battle. It's go." Thank you, Kohagen. I didn't know if it was shogi, but it's go. The numbers of the samurai and Beast Pirates are being represented by go. Thank you, everyone. DX Ducks and CJ. I didn't know. Thank you for letting me know, but now I know. "If Kaido's powerful officers are left to their own devices, each will easily eliminate 100 soldiers at a time. If the new generation cannot stop those officers..." Oh, so we're getting panels where we're showing all the Straw Hats against the Tobiroppo. Frankie versus Sasaki. Sanji by himself doesn't show Black Maria, but it shows Nami, Tama, and Usopp along, and it shows Ulti on one side. Then it shows Jinbei, but it doesn't show him fighting who's who. And we have Yamato and Shinobu and Momonosuke. How does everyone know it's Go? I don't even know what Go is. I don't know. They're more knowledgeable than me. But let me go back to this. If the new generation cannot stop those officers, the black pieces will overrun the game board. The outcome of this battle is not much in doubt. So why don't you pirates do us all a favor and take out as many of each other as you can? Who is this individual? And then it's cutting to the outside. It's cutting to the outside. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's cutting to the outside on the roof. Why does he look like that? Kaido? His man-beast form? Hey, Lin. This is fun. Mama. I was just thinking the same thing, Kaido.
Yo, Kaido's hybrid form is coming. Yo, Kaido's hybrid form is coming. It shows Kaido holding his kanabo, but his hand has claws. Kaido's hybrid form is coming. Oh! And we're not going on break. Bruh! We're about to see and here's the thing. When it comes to Zoans, when they turn into their hybrid forms, their strength massively increases from their regular human forms. Put this into perspective. Kaido has monstrous strength as a normal person. Well, not normal, in his human form. His strength and durability is going to increase when we see his hybrid form. This is Kaido saying, okay, you guys have fought me in my human form. You've even managed to contend with my full-on animal form. But now, what if I combine the two? Are you strong enough to Are you strong enough to withstand the power of that? I think Luffy needs more power to beat Kaido's hybrid form. We're not going to see his hybrid form next week, calling it now, and we don't have a break. It is, and yeah, the fact that we don't have a break is something to behold. But here's the thing. I might lean in the way of karma with this, because Oda does this. Oda does this a lot. He will tease something like this, but then we don't get it in the next chapter. So I would be hyped to see his hybrid form in the next chapter. But something tells me that Oda likes to surprise us and then take our attention away from something else. I would not be surprised if we in fact don't get Kaido's hybrid form in the next chapter, but maybe the next one, the one after it. Because Oda really does like to tease us with stuff like this. To back my claim, he showed CP0 and company on purpose so he can switch scenes. Oda, please don't do that to us. Here's the thing about Oda is no matter how much we want something to happen, it is entirely up to Oda. So we are at his mercy right now. We don't know what he's going to do in the next chapter. So either we see his hybrid form in the next chapter, or we cut to something else. I still think Orochi is alive. That's why I told you I couldn't fully invest in the thought that Orochi is dead. I can say his head is cut off, but the fact that the thing that supports my claim that Orochi's still alive is the fact that you don't show a mythical zone user, but you don't show the mythical power behind them. You don't show a mythical zone user, have their head cut off, and they appear dead, and then not in the process of us seeing that form, we don't see the mythical power behind that form. We still have yet to see the special ability of the Yamata no Orochi form of Orochi, so I feel like he's still alive. You can't just show us a Devil Fruit user and not show us the full extent of their power. You just can't do that. So Orochi has gotta be alive. He has to be. But whew. You know what I'm thankful of? I am incredibly thankful that Karma trying to tell me that Big Mom was going to use an awakening in this chapter was not actually a thing. See, here's the thing, Karma. You almost had me going there for a minute. That's why earlier I said I wasn't going to look at chat, because I didn't know if you were trolling me or not. But here it is, you trying to make a fool of me yet again, with you trying to spoil me like you did last time. Trying to spoil me with falsehoods and lies. But going back to this, can we just talk about Kaido's durability? Even after getting pummeled by Kong Gatling from Luffy, and Luffy pretty much put his all into it because he's pretty much down and out for the next 10 minutes. Kaido gets back up, then uses another attack called Dragon Twister, and just causes tornadoes to just come down. First, he can shoot out nuke blasts. I am never going to spoil you. I know, Karma. It's just that there's this part of my brain is like, what if he's right? What if he's right? I know you like to do that to me, Karma. I know you do. It's just that small part of my brain is all like, what if he's telling the truth? So it just messed with me. But I know you would never do that. And I mean, I trust you. Do you think it is possible that Luffy will be back before the 10 minutes? Maybe the training helped to short the time he needs to get all of his haki back. Maybe. I mean, Law does say that Luffy it took him 10 minutes to get that done during the fight during Dressrosa. But who knows from his training with Grandpa Hiyu if that's been shortened up, because Law has only known Luffy to use that up to 10 minutes when he was fighting Doflamingo, and during that time Luffy was doing his very best and giving it his all. But who knows how much time has actually shortened up with the training that Luffy's received from Hiyu. Who knows? We'll have to see in the next chapter next week. Oh my goodness. So, hold on. I gotta pull this up with Zoans just to
reaffirm everyone the capabilities of Zoans when it comes to the One Piece media. Like, even though I said that their strength has increased, strengths. Alright, so the primary strength of Zoan-type fruits is improving the user's physical abilities and attributes, far surpassing the raw physical power of a typical human. This was demonstrated by Lucci and Kaku, whose attacks became exponentially more powerful when they activated their human-beast hybrid forms. Zoan fruits give the user the ability to augment their pre-existing strength and abilities with the strength and abilities of the animal they transform into. So, just to remind everyone, Kaido has absolutely monstrous strength. Monstrous strength. Kaido is about to take on, has already taken on his hybrid form. We don't see it yet, but he's taken on his hybrid form. When a Zoan user takes on their hybrid form, their strength and abilities are increased 10 to 100-fold. So, whatever power Kaido was using, just think for a second that that's not the strongest Kaido has been. What we've seen Kaido do is just him in his regular human form. And he's been murking people left and right with just regular Kaido strength. I wouldn't call it human strength because by human standards, Kaido is insane. But by Kaido standards, that's just his regular strength. But now we're going to see his hybrid form and the strength of his hybrid form. Who knows how much more powerful he is then? I just want to see Kaido and Big Mom go serious. Right now, they haven't done anything. No, they really haven't. They really haven't. The thing is, Kaido and Big Mom have not gotten serious. Sure, and the thing is, Kaido is the only one being actually attacked. The only one and the thing is, in this chapter is the first time that we see Big Mom actually get hit by something. With Law's countershock. She actually gets hit by Law's countershock, but it doesn't do anything, because she's still floating in the air, and she's still just chilling, watching Kaido fight everyone. What do you think the Gen has to do to beat Kaido and Big Mom? Here's the thing! I don't know! Like, here's the thing! This is the thing! We don't know the full scope of Big Mom and Kaido's capabilities. So I can't give you a good representation or a good idea of what it would take to beat them if we haven't seen all that Big Mom and Kaido can do. We're about to see Kaido's hybrid form, which means he can do more. What we've seen is just a small smidgen of what Kaido can do. And now we're about to see his hybrid form where his strength is about to go from here to here. Kaido, for every fight we've seen Kaido in, has been toying and messing with everyone. He hasn't even deemed anyone worthy of showing his hybrid form to them. At all. But now Kaido is all like, wow, this is getting fun. You know what? Since I'm having so much fun, I'm gonna grace you with my hybrid form. Did you notice that the lightning attack from Big Mom did nothing to them? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Getting zapped by lightning had just as much effect on Zoro and everyone else as lightning does on Luffy. Sure, they got hit, and they were down for like a couple of seconds, but then they got right back up. It's literally almost as if, and then along came Zeus, and they all said, I'm gonna hit you with that Uno reverse card real quick, bruh. That's how it was. Monster Trio should stay in the Straw Hat crew, in my opinion, since we're not gonna see Law, Luffy, and Kid fighting together often. I mean, they're only fighting together due to how it benefits Law and Kid. Luffy's doing it because of friendship. Law and Kid are doing it because of, well, if we move them out of the way, it'll make our fight against Shanks and whoever they want to fight in the future a lot easier. Luffy and Zoro carrying this fight. Yeah, I mean, they're the only ones doing the most damage. Zoro hits him with that Black Rope Dragon Twister and actually cutting Zoro, actually cutting Kaido, and Kaido then fully recognizes in this chapter that the sword that Zoro's using is in fact one of the swords that
Odin uses. So he knows that, all right, okay, now I know why he's able to cut me, because he's using one of Odin's swords. But then again, that's another reason why such an awesome name would better be suited for the strongest trio of the worst generation. I want to see Sanji doing something and Chopper and the rest too. I don't want to see them being useless. I told you guys, we gotta have a chapter where it is just the Straw Hats fighting against the Tobiropo. I mean, sure, it showed them going up against their respective Tobiropo, save for Sanji and... It dropped some frames. Hold on. It dropped some frames. I didn't know it, and it was showing that stuff is skipping. It's showing stuff skipping. Just want to make sure that you guys can still see me. Please let me know if you guys can. Everything is still going through. Because if so, then I'm just going to continue with this. I'm going to bring it to a close soon, so that way I don't spend too long on this at the same time. But going back to it, Robin will free Sanji, and then we'll see him fighting seriously. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice if Robin actually fights Black Maria? I think this fight is Zoro's time to really shine. Him having the only sword to ever cut Kaido is no coincidence. No, it's no coincidence. And the fact that he actually managed to land a hit on Kaido speaks that, hey, I hit him once, I can hit him again. But we didn't see him use the flying Dragon Blaze this time. He used Enma to cut him up with one of his regular techniques. With his Kokuto Tatsumaki. That's just a regular technique. We haven't seen him try to use the Flying Dragon Blaze attack that cut off one of the horns from Onigashima. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me make sure that things were still current with it. Called Robin versus Black Maria from the very beginning. I remember. Okay, the horn is still off. But going back through this, it just shows Kaido being pummeled by Kong Gatling. Luffy loses all of his haki for the next 10 minutes. Big Mom uses another attack called Happy Mother's Blaze. A play on words of Happy Mother's Day. Possibly in reference to Mother Caramel. Then it shows Law using Counter Shock on Big Mom. Kaido getting up. Then he uses a move called Dragon Twister. Where he literally just calls down tornadoes. It's crazy. But then Zoro cuts him with Black Robe Dragon Twister, actually cutting Kaido, cutting the scales of Kaido. Then Kaido recognizes that this is Odin's sword. Then he combines Dragon Twister with a demolition breath, and just sends out not only. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to get a better understanding of this move, whether it's a combination attack or something else. So hold on, let me pull up Kaido real quick, because here's the thing, I didn't know whether it was a combination attack between him using both Dragon Twister and Demolition Breath, and they could both combine together. I kind of want to get a better understanding of this. Alright, so where is the Uo Uo no Mi? Alright, so we now have a full name of it. It's called the Uo Uo no Mi Model Seiryu. It's not just Uo Uo no Mi anymore. It's called Uo Uo no Mi Model Seiryu. That's a full name. Full version, it allows the user to transform into a hybrid and full version of an Azure Dragon at will. So we now have a full-on description for it now. Alright, so where is the usage? Okay, so we see Bolo Breaths, then we see Demolition Gust, Tatsumaki, and then Tatsumaki. Okay, so here we have Kaido spins his serpentine body into a coil to summon several tornadoes around him. Because of their strong wind, these tornadoes can pull people away from the ground and within Kaido's range in the air, where he may chomp down on them. First used against the worst generation members on the roof. We just read this.
It was effective in capturing a defenseless Monkey D. Luffy, but Roronoa Zoro was able to counter it with his own Kokujo o Tatsumaki technique. The name of the attack is based on the Japanese word for tornado, but the kanji for dragon is replaced with an alternative one. In the Viz translation, this is called Dragon Twister. Then we have the variation of it called Tatsumaki Kaifu, literally meaning Dragon Twister Destructive Wind or Dragon Twister Demolition Breath. A technique that combines Tatsumaki and Kaifu. Kaido spins the lower portion of his elongated dragon body at great speed, simulating a tornado himself. He then blows crescent blades towards his own body, making the blades fly in different directions. So he actually combines his demolition breath with the spin, the tornado spin of his body, and it sends out slashes in all directions. So it is in fact I think I actually called this during the chapter reaction itself. I may have to look back at it, but I think I actually called this where he says he combined it together where he's spinning a tornado around and then it's sending slashes out. If I'm wrong and I didn't say that, then, well, I forgot. But he spins his body around, lower half of his body around, until it's basically creating a tornado winds down at the bottom. And then he sends the slashes down at the bottom, and it just sends them all in all directions. So that is Kaido. We're just seeing more and more techniques done by Kaido. It's just like, what are the limits of this guy? And then we find out that he's got a hybrid form that he's having enough fun enough in fighting to actually show it off to the worst generation. It's crazy. Then we have Big Mom, who's using other attacks such as Happy Mother's Blaze, which is just like a standard slash downwards while Napoleon is covered in Prometheus's flames. But let me see what you guys have been saying real quick, and then I'll bring this to a close because I still got My Hero Academia to pop up. Real quick though, what do you guys think of me having chat here on the side? You guys think this is cool? You guys want to keep having this from now on? Like, want to keep having me have this on the screen? Because I'm asking your guys' opinion. I like having it up here. If you guys are cool with it, then I'll keep it up here. But let me see what you guys are saying. Name 3 members of the worst generation that are stronger than Law, Luffy, and Kid. Hey, D-Train, sorry I didn't say anything to you. And Shonen Sensei as well. Sorry I didn't say anything. Referring specifically to the worst generation. No, I mean, it's 3. The strongest, Luffy for sure. Law might be 2, but I don't know about Kid. We haven't seen much of the others, so I don't know. Drake and Urouge might be stronger. Kid has been taking nothing but L's. I mean, every chance you see an attack come from Big Mom or Kaido, they're always slicing apart his mech. But I think that's the reason why he brought so much metal up to the top of the roof. Just in case something happened to his punk rotten golem that he has, he can just summon more metal from the massive amounts he brought with him, and he can keep repairing his golem. Kid should still take Kaido's club. Oda for leaving us on this huge cliffhanger, but at least there is no break next week. It's cool. Keep it. Okay, I'll keep it. Now that I think about it a little, he can't do that because if he could have done that, he would have removed his chains in prison. I wonder if Kid can manipulate Sea Stone things with his Magneto powers, but I don't think Sea Stone counts as metal. And I think about it a little, he can't do that because he could have done that, he would have removed his chains in prison. Right, because I don't think he can effectively. The thing is, I feel like he could possibly affect Sea Stone, but not when he has it on him. Because, sure, here's the thing. Let me just say this in one coherent sentence for you guys. I feel like he should be able to manipulate the metal of Sea Stone, but he loses that ability to manipulate it if the Sea Stone is actually touching him. Because as you know, Sea Stone robs Devil Fruit users of their Devil Fruit abilities. That would include Kid's ability to manipulate metal. So even if he could manipulate Sea Stone, he wouldn't be able to manipulate it if he had Sea Stone actually on his body. So even if he could manipulate it, when he had the chains on him in prison, he wouldn't be able to, do anything with it. But that's just how I feel on it. But it's cool. Keep it. All right, I'll keep it. That's why the Straw Hats should stay the Monster Trio. All right, so let's just pull a poll here. Real quick. What do you think Kaido's
hybrid dragon form is going to look like. Do you think it's going to be like akin to Super Saiyan 4 where just the chest part and a little bit of his stomach is bare, but then the rest of him is all dragon-like? Is he going to look even bulkier than he has before? Because when it comes to Zoan users, they become even bulkier than the way they looked before. Specifically when it's dudes. Not too much when it comes to women when they turn into Zoans, such as Ulti. She hasn't bulked up, but she has increased in size due to her being a Pachycephalosaurus. But when it comes to dudes and their Zoan forms, Rob Lucci increased massively in size when he went into his hybrid form. Dalton increased in size. Pell increased, well, he kind of increased in size, but not too much. Chaka, he increased in size. When it comes to dudes turning into hybrid Zoan forms, they get massively bulky. And the thing with Kaido is, he's already a giant walking mass of muscle. So what is he going to look like in hybrid form? Is there not going to be much change and he's just going to be covered in scales like Shonen Sensei saying, or upper body dragon with a tail? I don't know. All I know is I'm prepared to see the hybrid form of Kaido. I'm anxious. I don't know about you guys, but I'm anxious about what the next chapter is going to hold for One Piece. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me do this. So that way I'm more off to the side, but then chat is off to the side. See, now I can actually turn my camera this way and have chat off to the side, so it's not just a big old blank wall, but there's actually you guys there on the side filling up the image. It's nice! I think I like this! But, perfect form, perfect cell form vibes, maybe. Upper body dragon with tail, but like dragon with a little bit of human mixed inside. I would like to say that maybe, I can't say that Oda's just going to take some cues from the way that DS Drake looks, and then just have a dragon portion up here on the head, but then the bottom half is human, and then the rest of his body has bits and pieces here where it's dragon, and then there's bits and, like, his chest is human, but then his arms are all dragon-like. I can't say that I'm going to assume that I know what Oda's going to do with Kaido's dragon hybrid form. But all I know is we could possibly see it in the next chapter, or we could be cutting to something completely different. Now, here's another thing. What is CP0 going to do? They know about the events that are going on. They know that Doflamingo got beaten up, so that shook up things. What would happen if both Big Mom and Kaido were to fall here? Then things would just be turned up. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to that and talk about CP0 real quick, like, as we go through this. Okay, it would seem that this battle for revenge is a battle for revenge 20 years in the making, but with Doflamingo out of the picture, Kaido and the Worst Generation were bound to clash at some point. So with him saying that, does that mean that if Doflamingo was still around, they wouldn't have gotten this far to fighting them? Now I need somebody to dub the Cell soundtrack over this fight when it gets animated. I'm pretty sure someone's going to do it. If I don't do it, someone's going to do it. So I'll keep it in mind. If no one does it, I'll do it myself. When it gets to Kaido and Big Mom fighting, I'll make a video with the Cell soundtrack playing in the background. If no one else does it when this fight gets animated, that's the only prerequisite. If no one else does it, then I'll do it fine, I'll do it myself. But one of the members of the CP0 is saying, so it would seem that destiny ordained that samurai and pirates should join hands like this. At a moment where the state of the world hangs in the balance. He's talking about, like, you know, with the things going on with the reverie and the warlords being disbanded and the shifts of power actually happening then and there. If by some chance 2 of the 4 emperors should fall, there would be no telling what might happen to the world next. So if Big Mom and Kaido will fall, that's an unprecedented thought. Like, no one would know what would happen if 2 individuals from one of the 3 great powers, we might as well call them 2 great powers, because one of those 3 has been abolished, but the thought of 2 Yonko losing their position and being defeated, it would cause like a massive upheaval in power in the world. There would be no telling what might happen to the world next. But this is an unnecessary concern. Like, they're not even really concerned
they're not even concerned with what would happen if the Yonkos actually fell. We're not even concerned with that. Lawn Kid gonna be the new Yonkos, and then we have someone who serves with like Bao Huang relaying information about the numbers of the beast pirates and the samurai. The difference is in numbers so great that an unorthodox attack would get them nowhere near the leadership. Their sneak attack worked brilliantly. Have you thought of doing voiceovers for One Piece characters that haven't hit the dub yet? Katakuri, Kaido, Doflamingo, etc. I mean, when I do these reactions, this is me doing voices for people who don't exactly have a voice yet. At least for some people. I mean, some people already have like English dub voices, but I mean, me doing voices for these reactions is me doing what I feel some characters would have in an English dub voice, English dub sound for the One Piece dub. So that's what I've been doing for the past 4 years. So yeah, but I have been thinking about doing voiceovers for a lot of One Piece characters here and there. But these reactions and live streams and videos I've been doing is just me doing that. So yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot. And I've been thinking about it for a long time. But they're talking about the numbers of the samurai, saying that their sneak attack worked brilliantly. Now, mind you, in this panel, I did not mention that Shachi, Beppo, and Penguin are all fighting beast pirates, and everyone is just, they're pretty much, Shachi, Beppo, and Penguin are holding their own in this panel. I didn't mention it during my reaction, but Shachi, Beppo, and Penguin, they fighting the beast pirates, and they're surviving. To be honest, you don't like dubbed cartoons and movies. Hey, to each their own. Not everyone's a big fan of it. Me, I watch both just to see how much work they put into it. Now, I talked about this yesterday when I was playing Neo about how I feel like, what is his name? Rod Callum? I don't know the name of Doflamingo's English voice actor. About how his voice kinda... Oh, you meant in their own separate video like I do with the Bleach characters? Oh, that's actually a good point. Maybe I should start doing voiceover videos for One Piece characters, such as Katakuri, Doflamingo. I actually been meant to do a Doflamingo as well. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do Doflamingo's voice and then Kaido's voice at some point during this week. So I'll do some more voiceover videos for those. So thank you for the idea and for the nudge in that direction for that, because I've been meaning to do some more voiceover videos. So I might as well switch it up from Bleach and then do that for the upcoming week. So thank you for that. Cannot watch dubbed animes. I love Japanese voices. Hey, going back to what I was saying about the voice actor for Doflamingo. Actually, let me look up his name. Don Quixote Doflamingo. He is voiced in the dub by Robert McCullum. The thing about Robert McCullum is I like his speaking voice for Doflamingo, but his laugh, it doesn't really resonate with me. Because when he does his laugh, it sounds deep and it sounds like... and it sounds like that. And it's just like... it sounds like that, but I'm used to the Japanese dub where we hear Doflamingo's voice and it's all like... Hold on, let me get my breath. Like English just sounds like and it sounds like a deep raspy voice, but Japanese are like I prefer the Japanese laugh for Doflamingo, like the way it sounds like or like it sounds like that, but I just prefer the Japanese voice, like the Japanese laugh for Doflamingo versus the English one. I feel like it could still get closer to it, because it's just, I feel like the English has a little bit too much raspy in it, just a little bit. But Japanese is like like I feel like there should be more emphasis on the heh, but not like heh with the raspiness in it. I just feel like I feel like it should sound like that, but that's just me. That's just me. Sorry, I went off on a whole laughing tangent. I should do a One Piece character laugh challenge. You know, I thought about doing a video where I just do the different laughs of One Piece characters, but I just haven't gotten around to it. That's on my list of things to do. Like you have... or... Yahoo! Fe 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 fe. Mama. Like different dubs like that. Dubbing is bad for kids because they should learn, practice reading more. To each their own. Like, at some point, I'm gonna do a laugh. At some point, I'm gonna do a laugh video with different characters. So that's gonna be something I do. How long have I been going for? I feel like I've been going way past my time here. I feel like I've been enjoying myself a little bit too much, just a little bit. And now my page has disappeared. I can't see it anymore. It's gone. I can't see my live feed. What happened? Is everything still fine? Are we still good? It doesn't say I've dropped any frames. Dubbing is bad for kids because they should learn, practice reading more. I mean... And then, okay, so for some odd reason, things are not really syncing up. For some reason. It didn't sync up what you just said in chat until just now. Okay, now it's working. Now it wants to work. I'm sorry, everyone. Let me go ahead and bring this to a close. I'm already approaching close to an hour, and I still need to react to the My Hero Academia chapter. And then I got to do my reaction to the next episode of One Piece. I got a lot of things to do, and not too much time to do it in. I don't want to talk your ears off. But thank you for all the ideas. I'm definitely going to do some more dub voice videos. Not dub voice videos, but possibly... No, you know what? I'm going to do some dub videos for One Piece characters and what I would think they would sound like, such as Kaido. I mean, for these characters, at first I tried to use like a voice changer for them, but then I just started using my regular voice for it. So I feel like my regular voice is more than enough of a voice changer on its own for me to be able to do these different voices for these characters. But, let me go ahead and bring this to a close. So overall, I got out of my chair. I got out of my chair twice. Once for a little bit because of Zoro cutting Kaido, and then another one. With when Kaido said he was going to take on his hybrid form. But overall, this is a 9 out of 10 chapter. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this chapter overall. But that's all I got for you guys concerning One Piece for today until I release my episode reaction later on in the day. You know, with the whole editing and stuff, it takes time, but I will get to it. So thank you, everyone. I just want to say thank you for tuning out to see me today. I feel like you guys don't know the absolute joy that I feel whenever I get up here and do these. Like, I pour my heart and soul into this because this is what I love to do. It fills me with joy. Gonna be late for My Hero Academia. Read slow. Thanks for so much for the reaction. Great video as usual. Thank you. But I just love doing this. I really do love doing this. Every part of me yearns to do this daily. It really does. I find no greater satisfaction for what I do in my life than doing this and entertaining you all. Didn't like my time here? Please refund. I cannot refund you minutes because I haven't charged y'all for jack. What do you want me to refund? Your time? Good luck getting that back. I don't charge y'all to come here. What do you think you gonna get? Who you think gonna give you a refund for nothing? I don't charge y'all to come here. But in all seriousness, I really do love doing this. You guys help make this such a welcome environment for people to come to. All my moderators and everyone who tunes in to what I do. Thank you for, sticking out with me as I go through this and as we do new things like a whole brand new chat bar. So I just thank you. Thank you. I really love doing this and I appreciate it. But that's all I got for you guys. Now it's time for me to go ahead and move on to My Hero Academia and then move on from there and still do the rest of what I got. I'm rambling. I'm monologuing again. I'm sorry, but thank you. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. Y'all are really going in on this cartoon talk, aren't you?